गिरिवरधारी
जय गोपीनाथारी
यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन
यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन
यमुना तीरावनचारी
यमुना तीरावनचारी
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
जय राधा मदन मोहन राधे
जय राधा मदन मोहन राधा मदन मोहन राधे
जय यशोमती दामोदर यशोमते
यशोमते दामोदर यशोमते दामोदर यशोमते दामोदर
जय प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु पदा जय प्रभु पदा
जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय, दामोदर यशोदा मैया की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. All glories to the assembled devotees. Thank you very much for all of you for joining. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 16, entitled Uddhava Visits Vrindavan. And we are on the text number 47, which does not have the purport, so we'll do 48 together. Unto Radhike, where are you? She's adjusting. Oh, we lost her. Anyway, we'll go ahead. I'll read the Sanskrit. Bhagavate udite surye nandadhari vrajaukashaha drishtva satak kumbham kasyayanti iti chabruvan. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami's dear disciples. When the godly sun has arisen, the people of Raja noticed the golden chariot in front of Nanda Maharaj's doorway. Who does this belong to? They asked. Are you there, Radhike?
Yeah, my computer fell. Sorry.
No problem. As long as you didn't fall, we are very happy.
No.
Okay, 40. Okay, you do the 48. You can start, Maharaj.
Yes, thank you. Akrura agata kimva yakamshayata.
No. One by one. One line at a time.
Oh, sorry.
Akura agataha kimva.
Ya kamsayarta sadakaha.
Ya kamsasyartha sadakaha.
Yena nito madhupurim.
Ena nito madhupurim.
Krishnanaha kamalalochanaha.
Krishnaha kamalalochanaha.
Akrura agata kimva.
Akrura agataha kimva.
Yakamshayarta sadakaha.
Ya kamsasyartha sardaka.
Yena nito madhupurim.
Ena nito madhupurim.
Krishna kamalalochanaha.
Krishna kamalalochanaha.
Akrura agata kimva.
Akrura agataha kimva.
Yakamsha yarta sadakaha.
Ya kamsasyartha sardakaha.
Yeno nito madhupurim.
Ena nito madhupurim.
Krishna kamalalochanaha.
Krishna kamalalochanaha.
Akrura agata kimva yakam sasyartha sadakaha yena nito madhupurim Krishna kamalalochanaha. Akrura agata kimva
Yakam sasyartha sadhaka Yena nito madhupurim Krishna kamalalochana
The Zoom land.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Nanda Gopal Prabhu. Oh, sorry, Jagavinda Prabhu. Would you like to chant the verse? 48.
Akura agata kimva yakam sasyartha sadakaha yena nito madhupurin Krishna kamalalochana.
Thank you, Prabhu. Nanda Gopal Prabhu.
अक्रूर आगतः किं वा यः कंसस्यार्थसाधकः येन नीतो मधुपुरीं कृष्णः कमललोचनः.
Thank you, Prabhu. Gandharvika Mataji.
Akura agata kimva jahakansa sadaka yenito madhupurim Krishna kamalalochanaha.
Thank you. Lucian Prabhu.
Kim Sadhyata Syati. Okay, I think I have the wrong one.
Yeah, it's 48.
I did 49. Akrura Agata Kim Va Yaha Kamsya Arta Sadakaha Yena Nito Madhu Purim Krishnaha Kamala Lochanaha.
Thank you. Usha Mataji. Usha Mataji.
Mataji, I'm driving, sir.
Okay. Is there anyone else who would like to chant the verse? Akura agata kimva yakam sasyarta sadhakaha yena nito madhupurim Krishna kamala lochanaha. On to you, Manu Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Word by word meaning. Akruraha.
Akrura.
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 Agataha. Has come.
Has come.
Kimva.
Kimva.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Yaha. Who?
Yaha. Who?
Kamsasya.
Kamsasya.
Of King Kamsa.
Of King Kamsa.
Artha.
Artha.
Of the purpose.
Of the purpose.
Sadakaha. The
Sadakaha.
executor.
The executor.
Ena.
Yena.
By whom?
By whom?
Nitaha.
Nitaha.
Brought.
Brought.
Madhupurim.
Madhupurim.
To Mathura city.
To Mathura city.
Krishnaha.
Krishnaha.
Krishna.
Krishna.
Kamala.
Kamala.
Lotus like.
Lotus like.
Lochanaha.
Lochanaha.
Whose eyes.
Whose eyes.
Translation. Perhaps Akura has returned, he who fulfilled Kamsa's desire by taking lotus-eyed Krishna to Mathura. Responsibly. Perhaps Akrura has returned,
Perhaps the Krura has returned,
he who fulfilled Kamsa's desire
who have fulfilled Kamsa's desire
by taking lotus-eyed Krishna to Mathura.
by taking lotus-eyed Krishna to Mathura.
Purport. The gopis angrily spoke this statement. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Sattulmitamena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes in the path of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisance unto him, unto his lotus feet, for his mercy to attain the mercy of Radha Madana Mohana and get renowned this visible life. Thank you very much. With your blessings, I will try to speak about the verse today. And mainly we are seeing here in this one that especially gopis and all other Vrindavan, all of a sudden in the morning they see a golden chariot in front of Nanda Maharaj, and they were all wondering, whose chariot can this be? And gopis, as we just read, they realized, because they have seen this chariot earlier also, when Akrura came to take Krishna and Balrama to Mathura city. So immediately they said, sarcastically, that's what we say, that Akrura must have come, who is the executor of his master Kamsa's orders, whatever are there, he executes. That was the thing. But let's go back to the chapter 39, in which gopis, how they felt the moment they heard that Krishna will be gone to Mathura, leaving behind their agony, or you can say Vrindavan, all of the pastimes and everything. So we jump to the 13th sloka onwards up to almost 36, I think is there. But anyway, quickly I read, so that we, instead of me explaining, we'll go one by one quickly verse, how the gopis felt during when they heard that they are taking. When the young gopis heard that Akrura had come to Vraja to take Krishna and Balram to city, they became extremely distressed. Next. Some gopis felt so pained at heart that their faces turned pale from their heavy breathing. Others were so anguished that their dresses, bracelets, and braids became loose. Radhike used to talk about this. When the ladies are real upset or anguished or anything, automatically their hair and all falls down, even the flowers they are wearing. So nicely, she was explaining last time. Radhike is laughing because she stayed in Rajavasi. She has seen how simply they dress and all other thing, but when they are upset or something, how they feel, she nicely explained, because she was there for many years.
10 years, Radhakund.
10 years in Radhakund. Wow.
Yeah.
Few days back, we had Radhakund appearance day. What is it called? Gopa? What was the festival day for yesterday?
Gopastami.
Gopastami. The day in, I don't know why it is called Gopastami.
No, Bahulashtami.
Bahulastami. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, ma. Bahulastami, not what Gopastami. Okay, Bahulastami. Okay, next, 15. Other gopis entirely stopped their sensory activities, became fixed in meditation on Krishna. They lost all awareness of external world, just like those who attain the platform of self-realization. So once you are self-realized, you don't care what's going on around you. You just accept as it is and enjoy within yourself self-realization time. Okay, next. And still other young women fainted simply by remembering the words of Lord Sauril, Krishna. These words, decorated with wonderful phrases and expressed with affectionate smiles, would deeply touch the young girl's heart. Naturally, when your lover does even little bit of love to you or expresses his appreciation and love towards her, and that goes straight into the heart of the young girls. Let's say even the same thing, even the girls talks to the boy, let's say, even in loving affection thing, that remains, and they can meditate and spend their whole night also thinking and feeling happy about it. So wonderful feeling, loving exchanges. 17 and 18. The gopis were frightened at the prospect of even briefest separation from Lord Mukundas. So now, as they remembered his graceful gait. What's the meaning of gait? G-A-I-T, anybody?
It's how you walk.
Oh, thank you.
Bodily behavior. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Gait is walking. Okay, thanks. His pastime, his affectionate, smiling glances, his heroic deeds, and his joking words, which would relieve their distress. They were beside themselves with anxiety at the thought of the great separation about to come. They gathered in groups and spoke to one another, their faces covered with tears and their minds fully absorbed in Achyuta. So normally, this is a common thing when even when I was in a childhood in the Hyderabad, I was there. If something major thing happened, we used to form like groups ourselves and discussing what to do, what's happening, and all of the thing. Not that all the big assembly will not be there. Close friends, let's say, we all gather together and discuss how to deal with the situation and all of that. Similarly, here also we are seeing all the villagers didn't come to the pandal, let's say like that, but among our neighborhoods and everything, they were discussing the gopis themselves. So here, one of the gopis saying, "Oh Providence, you have no mercy. You bring embodied creatures together in friendship and love, and then senselessly separate them before they fulfill their desires. This whimsical play of yours is like a child's game. You are playing with our hearts. That's what they are pouring out." Text 20. Having shown us Mukunda's face, framed by dark locks and beautified by his fine cheeks, raised nose, and gentle smiles, which eradicate all misery, you are now making that face invisible. This behavior of yours is not at all good. So nicely explaining the will of providence, talking to you. Oh Providence, though you come here with the name Akrura, you are indeed cruel. For like a fool, you are taking away what you once gave us. Those eyes with which we have seen, even in one feature of Lord Madhusvisa form, the perfection of your entire creation. I was trying to look for this, the form of Madhusvisa. Anybody's comment on that? I couldn't even, Google Guru also could not give me. Okay, anyway, one of the form we'll assume. So here they are always telling, name is Akrura, but he is the most cruel person who has come. That's what is the thing they are telling, because they are taking their beloved away from them. 22. Alas, Nanda's son, who breaks loving friendships in a second, will not even look directly at us. Forcibly brought under his control, we abandoned our homes, relatives, children, and husband just to serve him. But he is always looking for new lovers. So here we talk about the bumblebee, right? It goes from one flower to the another flower. So that also sometimes we hear in these readings that Krishna is like a bumblebee, goes one to one, he looks for the nectar of from the flowers. So similarly here they're blaming that he can dump us immediately and go for the new ones, because they are feeling that now he'll go to Mathura city and then he will fall in love with those people and he will forget us. 23. The dawn following this night will certainly be auspicious for women of Mathura. All their hopes will now be fulfilled. For as the Lord of Raja enters their city, they will be able to drink from his face the nectar of smile emanating from the corners of his eyes. How nicely, because they are used to all this pastime they had. So similarly, they are now expressing now the Mathura ladies will be enjoying all these things. Text 24. Oh Gopis, although our Mukunda is intelligent and very obedient to his parents, once he has fallen under the spell of honey-sweet words of women of Mathura and been enchanted by the alluring, shy smiles, how will he ever return to us unsophisticated village girls? So they are considering that normally, even in, that is very much true in the village. They don't care how they are dressing, what it is, and all of that thing. But whereas in the city, I was going to the villages, but I lived in the city. But in the city, there is some decency type, whatever you say, and they wear nicely ironed clothes and nice looking dresses, and they put the makeup and all of the things. But in the village, there is no question of any makeup or anything. Simply they take shower and they go for the fields to work and all of the things, household work, they do it. So here it's very nicely saying they're all unsophisticated village girls. Text 25. When the Dasarhas, Bojas, Andakas, Vrishnis, and Satvatas see the son of Devaki in Mathura, they will certainly enjoy a great festival for their eyes, as will all those who see him traveling along the road to the city. After all, he is the darling of goddess of fortune and the reservoir of all transcendental qualities. Even in my childhood also, what used to happen, let's say the prime minister or somebody important person is coming to the city and is going to talk. So interestingly, even I was a childhood, I used to go and stand on the road just to see the parade with the car which is going for taking all these people in the procession. So even nowadays, the Modi also, when he goes, all the people around the flock together and stand on the road. So this is very common now. We are seeing in those good olden days also, when Krishna was going around on the street, people were coming. And we also see that from the bungalows, also from the balcony, they all wait and somebody throws the flowers and all of the things we see. So that is a common thing. It's today also we are doing. 26. He who is doing this merciless deed should not be called Akrura, is so extremely cruel that without even trying to console the sorrowful residents of Raja, he is taking away Krishna, who is more dear to us than life itself. Gopis are saying Krishna is more than the life, and Akrura is very cruel. At least he should at least console them and then pacify that he will bring back or something like that. He did not do, just taking away. That's what is hurting them. 27. Hard-hearted Krishna has already mounted the chariot, and now the foolish cowards are hurrying after him in their bullock carts. Even the elders are saying nothing to stop. Today, fate is working against us. This little cap back is the moment Akrura told when Krishna and Balram were present with the Nanda Maharaj, he tells the order of Kamsa, saying that he ordered him to bring Krishna and Balaram. So, as a father, he says, okay, because the order of the king, he cannot say no, but he also decided that he will also go with him and along with the cowherd boys. And whenever we go to the king, we take some gifts, right? So he orders, okay, collect all the gifts and all of the thing, and we'll take it and give it to King Kamsa. So that's what everybody getting hurried. So that's why the gopis are blaming the coward boy. See how they are going, running behind to go with him. So that's what is the thing. It's the thing here. And now they are feeling that even elders could have stopped saying that, no, you belong to us, don't go to the city, stay with us. They are not saying. So that's why the gopis are feeling that even the providence is not working. Today, fate is not working. Today, the fate is working against us. So they could not do anything because the elders are not saying anything. They could not stop it. 28. Let us directly approach Madhava and stop him from going. What can our family elders and other relatives do to us? Now that fate is separating us from Mukunda, our hearts are already wretched, for we cannot bear to give up his association even for a fraction of a second. We also read about this thing that this become little shameless going because the girls in front of everybody going and asking Krishna, don't go, stay here. It gives a wrong impression. That's what. But they are feeling if our beloved is going, what's the big deal? What others will think? At least let's go and try. They were talking. 29. When he brought us to the assembly of Rasa dance, where we enjoyed his affectionate and charming smiles, his delightful secret talks, his playful glances, and his embraces, we passed many nights as if they were a single moment. O Gopis, how can he possibly cross over the insurmountable darkness of his absence? Here we are saying with many nights. And what we say, anyone can comment about how many years or something we realize the Rasa dance went?
No idea. One night? I don't know.
No, the night became very long. That's what they say. Everything came standstill, and it as it went into the Brahma Murtha type long days. Everything became standstill for Krishna to dance long time.
No idea.
That's right. No, for many years, that's what they say. Everything stopped. I remember, but I'm not recollecting how many. It's a demigod days.
But there are many years, like for us, it's 1
Yeah,
second, I think.
Yeah, that for them 1 second type it happened. So that's what is the here it's saying. That's why we said we passed many nights as if they were a single moment. Many nights, not one night they went. 30. Yeah. Yeah, but means the day is also involved in that? No, only night. Okay. Anyway, let's go. Text 30. How can we exit without Ananta's friend Krishna, who in the evening would return to Raj in the company of the cowherd boys, his hair and garland powdered with the dust raised by cows' hooves? As he played his flute, he would captivate our minds with his smiling sidelong glances. So always in the evening, eagerly the gopis wait to welcome, or you can see Krishna. But because he is coming in the evening with a lot of dust, all his face, and but also there is a decorative type. That's what narrations we see. Krishna, even though his face is full of dust, is more attractive. I remember when I read the hoofs of the calves and the cows, a story of means the pastime of Krishna. The Yashoda Mai says that you wear the slippers and go, there will be thorns and everything. What Krishna said that time to Yashoda? Anyone in the Zoom line? He told, Mama, if you give slippers to all the
All my
calves,
cows,
all the
yeah, I
calves
remember.
and cows, then I
Then
will
I will
wear.
hear. Yeah, I remember. I was going to say, but then maybe I'm wrong.
No problem, we can say. Yeah. So he's so loving. Concern. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, concern is correct. Right word to use here. Yeah, he had 31. Sukadeva Goswami said, after speaking these words, the ladies of Raja, who were so attached to Krishna, felt extremely agitated by imminent separation from him. They forgot all shame and loudly cried out, O Govinda, O Damodara, O Madhava. 32. That reminds of Govinda in Damodara also. We say that. Text 32. But even as the gopis cried out in this way, Akrura, having at sunrise performed his morning worship and other duties, began to drive the chariot. So we'll stop here. That's what is the gopis are really feeling bad that his beloved is going, and they are not sure when he will be coming back. And but as we see, they waited until the. Anyway, I'll read that also. Led by Nandamara, the cowherd men followed behind Lord Krishna in their wagons. The men brought along many offerings for the king, including clay pots filled with the ghee and other milk. That's right. But in 34, with his glances, Krishna's glances, Lord Krishna somewhat pacified the gopis, and they also followed behind for some time. Then, hoping he would give them some instruction, they stood still. That's what is it. They wait until the They can see the chariot, and also even the dust, they're rising off. Till then, they stand there, stand still, as if in a picture. That's what it is saying. This statue, motionless. That's the thing. Interesting. And the golden chariot is interesting in those good olden days. And now we may be telling that Rolls Royce is the topmost vehicle for us, the costliest, whatever the thing we say. But golden chariots have become common. Then I was wondering, where all in the scriptures the golden chariot is being used by the kings and all other things. So some of them I just do the search and all of the things. Then Yudhishthira in Mahabharata, he had a golden chariot. Is the emperor. That's right. So it's little bit only there. I'll read about that, what it says. And this is that during the war, ready to go, the emperor has to go front and everything is going now. The soldiers were cheerful at the time on the day of the war they are going, and they shouted with joy. Yudhishthira rode in their midst. He was mounted on a golden chariot, dressed in golden armor. Anybody remembers what is his weapon? Spear. Thank you. It's a spear. Prem Purushottam Prabhu rightly placed. He held his great spear. By his side rode Arjuna with Krishna as his charioteer. So they are going side by side. It's a beautiful sight. I'm wondering how wide the roads are, the streets are to go like that. I don't know, or it's open. I don't know. Anyway.
Prabhu, did anybody said that Akrura, like gopis, they were saying Akrura is not cruel, but he was cruel?
No, the meaning of Krura is cruel.
It's not
when you
cruel.
Put is not, Akrura means not cruel. But they are saying, the gopis are saying, the wrong name is given to him. He should have been Krura, not Akrura. Because he is taking the beloved.
I just wanted to mention that. I don't know if
Okay, thank you. You're right.
And Prabhu, can I mention something about the chariot? The gopis thought it was the same chariot that Akrura drove, but it was pointed out that when Uddhav came, he made a new chariot. It's not the same chariot. There was a point made in some of the purports, a different chariot. Very significant.
Okay. Isn't it the same thing? Kamsa also tempted Akrura, saying that I'll give you a new chariot. He made a new chariot, golden chariot.
Exactly. You cannot use the same chariot for different purposes.
I see. So you mean to say for Uddhava also, Krishna gave another new chariot to send him. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. But I didn't read. Anyway, good. We'll take it. On numerous chariots, it is the war time, around Yudhishthira, his treasury was carried, money also, along with the servants and attendants of the army. I was wondering how in the battle these people are taken care, but in the night to have the tents and all the things are there, and for the fight. That's right. It's interesting. I just felt that, okay, how the war is taking place, I was reading. Behind the army came a long line of supply of chariots holding provisions, spare weapons, and other goods. The most important thing I like this, thousands of physicians and surgeons were also in attendance in the war, so that the fight is not in the war zone. Even we see the surgeons and these people going.
They also had this type of setup. They had their own medical unit. There was another unit where they fed the soldiers. Everything was there. Everything goes with them. You have to support these soldiers. How can they fight without eating? But the amazing thing that during the Kurukshetra battle, the soldiers from opposite sides would come and sit at the same table. There was no animosity. And then the next morning they would be trying to kill each other. But at night, they're friends. That's the difference between the Vedic fighting. Now there's no chivalry. So just kill him.
Ramachandra, Haribo, he too had a golden chariot.
Yes,
So, yeah. So when Kaikeyi and asked the boon and anybody remember Dasaratha's minister? Samantha. Sumanta. So he goes to tell Ramachandra that your father is calling you. And then they think that Kaikeyi was very close to him also, isn't it? So Sita feels, and Rama, everybody feeling that, oh, maybe they want to, coronation was coming in few days, so they may be thinking that to eager the coronation, so they're calling him to tell that instead of waiting few days, tomorrow only we'll do type expedite their coronation. So that's why Sita feels very happy to send him, and then that's the time Rama gets into his golden chariot and goes to the meet Kaikeyi and Dasratha. And as I earlier also told, he could not speak anything. Only he says, Dasratha says, Rama. And then he could not talk. And everything else is spoken by whom? Kaikeyi. Then Purushottam knows all the stories. Kaikeyi tells and all the things. And then we know that Dasratha leaves his body thinking of Krishna, thinking of Rama's separation. So we see here, separation is common. Now gopis are feeling that, that their life is gone because the Krishna is going now. Same situation. Now Dasratha also felt his beloved son is going, and then really he leaves his body. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just make a quick point. So there's a similarity actually between this pastime and between the pastime of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Ram. It's interesting that we're both celebrating these different pastimes during the same month. So when Lord Ramachandra is banished and Sumantara is taking him on a chariot along with Lakshman and dearest mother Sita, the citizens are also, like the gopis, they're holding the reins. They're going in front of the horses. They're completely, and they're not going to go. And Sumantara is trying to speak to them. And then finally, Lord Ram, he has his beautiful speech. I don't know it like by heart, but it was such a beautiful speech, so heartwarming. And then he says, please, you must. So then they leave. And then some of the citizens start following like a little bit, but the rest, just like the gopis, they just stand there and they're watching and watching until the dusk, and then same, exactly the same. Exactly the same. Yeah. Not in the conjugal mood, of course, different mood, a different ras, but the same. For them, it's the same. They feel exactly like the gopis. They feel exactly the same.
And then with the Lord Chaitanya too, when he was leaving to South India, and he was disappearing even before that, and devotees were looking for him where he was. The separation was so intense and creating the anxiety.
Thank you. He's talking with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And who else? How the buildings and everything were built in Sri Lanka that time. Golden palaces were there. Yeah. And Ravana, he had a war chariot. That is also golden chariot. I was surprised to see that Ravana also, for the war, he had a separate chariot so that he could have all weapons and on the chariot. So that is also he too had. Yes. And who helped Rama from the Sri Lanka? What's the name of the demon who came to Rama?
Hanuman ji se?
Huh?
Hanuman
From Sri Lanka. From Sri Lanka.
Oh, from Sri Lanka.
Who helped Rama Chandra from Sri Lanka?
Vibhishan.
Vibhishan, correct. Vibhishana. So when Rama is ready to go after the war and all other things, and he asks Vibhishan, do you have anything from that can take me to Ayodhya? And I have to go quickly because I promised Bharat that I am coming. All my mothers are maybe waiting. If I don't go on time, he may commit suicide. He set some date, I think, if you don't come by this time, I will be committing suicide. You have to come. That's what is the thing mainly. So Vibhishana then says that they are having a golden chariot, you can say, and it is given by Kuvera, and it's a mystical chariot, and you can keep on loading. They say that even one more seat is left, like what is the Akshay Patra. So you keep on removing how much ever you want. Like Draupadi also had a patra, right? With how much ever food you want, it comes out. Similarly, here in this chariot, everybody got onto that one, and Vibhishan gave that one, and it's a form of the swan. So that is the thing. But that is also made up of the golden chariot. And it's interesting that chariot goes at the, you can drive it based on your will. You can stop it wherever you want. You can put it, land it wherever you want and go up again. So like those things were there. So Ramchandra gets onto that one. And naturally, Vibhishan wanted some more time. Please stay with me. Just now the war has ended. I want to treat you. I want to take care of you. But he says, no, I have to rush to the Ayodhya. So Vibhishan agrees and everybody gets in. And then he tells, Vibhishan asks, is there any last wish you have for me to fulfill? Then he says, you have done extremely well, all the things you have done, especially by giving the valuable advice and helping me to defeat your brother Ravana. So you have done great thing. But Rama asks one thing. That is, he says, these monkeys have helped us to fight against your brother, and now they are ready to sacrifice their lives. So you are indebted to him because Vibhishan became the king after this. So you are indebted to these monkeys. Give them something. So naturally, then Vibhishan also gives them. And the monkeys also say that we want to come to Ayodhya. Everybody gets into that. And then in Kiskinda, he stops and tells Sugriva to go and get his wives. All of the people also gets in and then goes to Ayodhya. So interesting to see what all places these golden chariots are. In the good olden days, they're all rich people, you can say, that they're driving in the golden chariots, not the ordinary chariots. Thank you. We'll end the class here. And until you have some comments, questions in the Zoom line.
I should not say, but look at these days. Now he died, the Hussein, he has a golden car.
Who?
The Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein had a golden car, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, he was golden car.
Gold plated. Oh, I see. Oh, thank you. That shows their power and access to the wealth.
Oh, yeah.
All are poor. I passed through the Kuwait war, Kuwait and Iraq war. I've gone through the Iraq city, my God, so poor, more than poor than our villages. So badly done. And all women were working in that, where were like the travel agents or the ministries everywhere, because all the men were gone to the war and they must have killed, and these people may be widows. So you're right. He misused the entire country. Thank you, Mataji.
Because you're the only one in this whole community that did Braj Mandal. So when you did that, was there a place on that path where this pastime took place? Well, the one that we're speaking of.
Oh.
Did you go to it? Okay. But definitely there's yes.
Of course. We know where Krishna stayed, so we can assume that is the place, isn't it? Because from there the chariot started and then went, so we can say that way. But I did not narrate saying that hey, it is the place where the Krishna was taken away. We can prove it. And as you were mentioning, I've also been to different places with the Bhagavatam. Oh. And you can still see that it's still simple. And the way but I tell you, if I have to say this, beautiful. They're the most beautiful women I've seen. Yeah, I have some pictures, you are right, expression. Yeah. The glow is there on their face. Oh, they give, yeah. With love. Parikrama. That's right. Yeah, it is a customer. You can go and ask Bhiksha. So they normally give the rotis. You're right. Good. Buttermilk, yeah, if you want to drink. Okay. Thank you all of you for joining. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Akura Prabhu ki jai. Why not? And all gopis ki jai. Vrajamandal Parikrama ki jai. Harinishta Mataji is on the Vrajamandal Parikrama now. She has gone. Yeah. Number two. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I wonder how I did. It's really austere, but once you go I went in the pure mode. Krishna, please let the new temple appear as soon as possible. That was the theme I had, and I said, let me go around. The willpower. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. You are there, it make it different. Thank you. Thank you, Gandharvika Mataji, for doing this. Nice. Okay, Jai Govinda Prabhu, today, what is your class, Prabhu? We can't hear you. How come? What has happened? Can others hear that? Gandharvika Mataji, she has gone. Who is here? Usha, can you hear Jai Govinda talking? What's wrong? Due to some... Huh?
I cannot hear any. I can hear only Prabhu you. Like.
Okay, my sound is coming. Jai Govinda Prabhu.
Yes.
Sorry. Some connection.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, now we can hear.
That's good.
Okay. The microphone was on the wrong. On the speaker. Okay. Thank you, Manu Prabhu. Yeah, that was a very golden class. Thank you. And this evening we are having our Srimad Bhagvatam class reading. We're on the first canto, and we are on the Kartik Zoom channel, not the temple channel. We'll send out notice with a link to the Kartik channel. That's 7 to 8, 1 hour, Srimad Bhagavatam. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Jai Govinda Prabhu. And let's chant 3 times the Mahamantra for the benefit of all the living entities in the world, especially for our new temple construction. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tavakara Kamalavarnakam Adbhuta Sringam Dalitadhirani Keshaputanidrindam Keshavadirta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadishare Jai Jagadishare Jai Jagadishare Jai Narsingadev 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 Jai Prahlad Mara Prahlad Mara Prahlad Mara Prahlad Mara Prahlad Mara Jai Prabhupada 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 Prabhupada. May their Lordship Sri Radha Madana Mohana, Radha Madana Gopal, Jagannath Baldev Subhadramaya, Sudarshan Bhagwan, Damodar Yashodamaya, Narsinga Bhagwan, Prahlad Maharaj, Gauranitai, Panchatattva, Tulsi Maharani, Guru Parampara, and Srila Prabhupada. Please bless all of us so that we'll be fit and fine and serve you wherever we are, especially come together to build a wonderful new temple here as soon as possible. Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy on all of us. Bless us, bless us, bless us. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna.